If you're listening or reading this, chances are you're experiencing what feels like an endless emotional roller coaster of divine love and excruciating pain. That soul deep ache, the constant yearning, the moments when you feel like you're being torn apart from the inside. It's all part of what many call twin flame torture. Let me share something profound with you. This intense suffering you're experiencing isn't random or meaningless. It's actually a carefully orchestrated divine process designed to catalyze your deepest spiritual awakening. It's like a spiritual labor pains, intense and overwhelming at times, but ultimately bringing new life. What makes this journey particularly challenging is its unique nature. Unlike traditional relationships, twin flame connections operate on multiple dimensions simultaneously: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. This multidimensional aspect creates what can feel like an internal tsunami of emotions, triggering deep-seated wounds and bringing long-buried fears to the surface. However, here's the light of hope I want to shine into your heart. While the twin flame journey never truly ends, as it's an eternal soul connection, the intense suffering you're experiencing right now absolutely does transform. Let's explore how this seemingly endless torture evolves into something beautiful beyond your wildest dreams. Your pain isn't just valid, it's sacred, and it's leading you somewhere extraordinary. You're not going crazy, you're not alone, and most importantly, your pain makes sense. So let's dive deeper into understanding this transformative journey. Your soul is like a diamond in the rough. The intense pressure and heat you're experiencing aren't random acts of cosmic cruelty. They're the precise conditions needed to transform you into something extraordinarily beautiful. Just as a master jeweler knows exactly how to cut a precious stone to reveal its brilliance, the universe knows exactly what kind of torture your soul needs to shine its brightest. What we often perceive as torture is actually a sophisticated divine algorithm for spiritual growth. Have you ever noticed how the most challenging moments with your twin flame seem to target your deepest insecurities with surgical precision? That's because this isn't random emotional chaos. It's a carefully orchestrated spiritual workout program designed to strengthen your soul's muscles. The torture of twin flames will stop when both realize and accept the divine connection at the soul level and become the best supporters for each other. This profound insight reveals the ultimate cosmic joke. What feels like torture is actually an expression of the highest form of love. The universe isn't punishing you, it's preparing you. Consider this: just as a butterfly must struggle against its chrysalis to develop the strength needed for flight, your soul needs this resistance to develop its spiritual wings. The pain you're experiencing is actually a transformation pod, breaking down old patterns and beliefs that no longer serve your highest good. Every tear, every heartache, every moment of intense longing is actually spiritual protein building new spiritual muscle. What makes this journey particularly fascinating is its mirror-like quality. Your twin flame isn't just a random soul who triggers you. They're a precisely calibrated instrument designed to reflect back every aspect of yourself that needs healing. It's like having a spiritual GPS that unfailingly points to areas of growth, except instead of turn left in 500 feet, it says, here's another unhealed wound to look at. The divine comedy lies in realizing that what we've been calling torture is actually the most sophisticated love story ever written. A tale where two souls agree to trigger each other's deepest wounds so they can both achieve their highest potential. It's like signing up for the universe's most intense personal development program, except nobody gave you the syllabus beforehand. Remember, this isn't about suffering for suffering's sake. This is about transformation through sacred alchemy. Every moment of pain carries within it a seed of profound awakening. When you start seeing your torture as your spiritual training ground, something magical happens. The pain begins to transform into purpose, the suffering into strength, and what once felt like cosmic punishment reveals itself as divine preparation for the most extraordinary love story ever written, yours. Imagine standing in a hall of mirrors, but instead of reflecting your physical appearance, each mirror shows a different aspect of your inner world, your fears, insecurities, unhealed wounds, and forgotten dreams. This is exactly what happens in the twin flame dynamic. Your twin isn't just another soul who happens to trigger you. They're a precisely calibrated divine instrument designed to reflect every single shadow within you that needs light. The connection with your twin flame never weakens, but only gets better and stronger as you grow in energetic harmony. This profound truth reveals why the mirroring process can feel so excruciating. It's not just showing you what needs healing, it's amplifying it with the intensity of unconditional love. Think of it like this. Your twin flame is holding up a cosmic magnifying glass to your soul. Every time you feel triggered by their actions or words, it's actually your own internal wounds crying out for attention. That text they didn't respond to. It's highlighting your abandonment issues. Their connection with someone else. It's illuminating your deep-seated fears of not being enough. But here's where the magic lies. This mirroring isn't meant to torture you. It's a sophisticated divine mechanism for rapid spiritual evolution. Just as a skilled surgeon must first expose a wound to heal it properly, your twin flame connection exposes your deepest wounds so they can finally receive the healing light of consciousness. One of the most beautiful aspects of this mirroring process is its perfect precision. Notice how your twin seems to know exactly which buttons to push. That's because, on a soul level, they agreed to help you heal these specific wounds. Every trigger is actually a gift, a divine invitation to look within and love the parts of yourself you've been hiding from. Remember this truth. When you feel most triggered by your twin, you're actually being given a roadmap to your own healing. That overwhelming emotion you're feeling, it's not about them. It's about the parts of yourself that are ready to be seen, acknowledged, and loved back to wholeness. You will wonder why you have kept yourself in pain for so long, physically trying to make it work with your twin. You will understand your twin more sympathetically. This understanding comes when we finally realize that every mirror moment is actually a love letter from the universe, showing us exactly where we need to direct our healing energy. The mirror effect gradually becomes less painful as you learn to welcome these reflections with gratitude rather than resistance. Each trigger becomes a treasure map, leading you back to yourself. And isn't that the ultimate purpose of this journey? Not just to unite with your twin, but to finally, fully unite with yourself. Picture yourself holding on to a beautiful butterfly with all your might. The tighter you grip, the more its delicate wings become damaged, and the further you get from experiencing its true beauty in flight. This is exactly what happens when we desperately cling to our twin flame connection instead of surrendering to its divine nature. The surrender is gradual, and I have managed to slowly heal myself. I can't control the pace, but I can control my attitude and acceptance of the process and the journey of my healing, shares one twin flame traveler who discovered the paradoxical power of letting go. This profound insight reveals the core mystery of the surrender solution. The more we release our grip on controlling the connection, the more freely it can flow. Have you noticed how the most painful moments on your twin flame journey often come from resistance? That burning need to make things happen on your timeline, the desperate attempts to force outcomes, the endless analyzing of every interaction. This is where the real torture lies. The universe has a cosmic sense of humor here. The very thing we're trying so hard to achieve becomes possible only when we stop trying to achieve it. What makes this surrender particularly powerful is its transformative nature. When you truly let go, you're not giving up on the connection. You're giving up the illusion of control. It's like learning to float in water. The moment you stop thrashing and trust the water to hold you, that's when you discover you've known how to swim all along. The beautiful irony of twin flame surrender is that it actually brings you closer to union, not further away. You will wonder why you have kept yourself in pain for so long, physically trying to make it work with your twin. You will understand your twin more sympathetically. This understanding comes when we finally release our death grip on expectations and allow divine timing to work its magic. Remember this truth. Surrender isn't about abandoning hope. It's about trusting in something greater than your human timeline. It's about recognizing that this connection is too sacred, too divinely orchestrated to be forced into the limited container of your current understanding. When you surrender, you're not giving up on love. You're giving love the space it needs to blossom in its most authentic form. The path of surrender unfolds like a sacred dance, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, spinning in seemingly endless circles until you realize that every movement has been perfectly choreographed for your highest growth. And isn't that the ultimate purpose? Not to possess your twin flame, but to embody the love they've awakened within you, whether they're physically present or not. Let go, beloved soul. Trust that what's meant for you cannot miss you. The universe has written this love story long before you knew how to read it. Your only job is to keep your heart open and allow divine timing to reveal each chapter in its perfect moment. Think about how much energy you've spent analyzing your twin's actions, interpreting their silence, trying to decode their behavior. Now imagine channeling all that beautiful, passionate energy back into your own growth and healing. It's like discovering you've been holding a watering can all along. But instead of nurturing your own garden, you've been reaching over the fence, trying to water someone else's flowers. The magic happens when you finally turn that nurturing energy inward. Start treating yourself with the same devotion you've been projecting onto your twin. Take yourself on dates. Write yourself love letters. Set boundaries that honor your worth. Create sacred spaces in your life that celebrate your divine nature. Your twin flame connection becomes something entirely different when you're no longer approaching it from a place of desperate need, but from a space of wholeness and self-completion. Here's a profound truth that many twin flame travelers discover. The torture begins to dissolve the moment you realize that your twin flame isn't your salvation. They're your reflection. Every moment of pain is actually a divine invitation to love yourself more deeply. When you feel rejected by them, it's an opportunity to choose yourself. When you feel abandoned by them, it's a chance to show up for yourself in ways you never have before. Remember this, your twin flame didn't come into your life to complete you. They came to awaken you to your own completeness. The journey isn't about finding your other half. It's about becoming whole. The connection with your twin flame never weakens, but only gets better and stronger as you grow in energetic harmony. This harmony begins with the sacred marriage to yourself. The path of self-love isn't always gentle. Sometimes it requires fierce compassion. It means choosing yourself even when it hurts. It means acknowledging your worth even when the world or your twin seems to question it. But with each act of self-love, with each moment of choosing yourself, the torture of the twin flame journey transforms into something beautiful, a sacred dance of self-discovery and divine remembrance. You are the love you've been seeking. You are the comfort you've been craving. You are the home you've been trying to find in another. Let this journey guide you back to your own heart, where the real magic has been waiting all along. Imagine standing at the threshold of dawn after the longest, darkest night of your soul. That's where you are, right now, on your twin flame journey. The intense suffering you've been experiencing isn't endless. It's transforming into something profoundly beautiful, like a caterpillar dissolving completely before emerging as a butterfly. I remember the first couple of years for me were absolute hell, yes, torture. And then you go through the dark night of the soul, which is death in 1,000 ways. But as you live through it all, and you grow and learn about yourself, become more spiritually aware of yourself, comes the unconditional love that you have for yourself. This profound insight reveals the sacred alchemy that occurs when we persist through the darkness. Think of your journey like a spiritual labor. Yes, the contractions are intense and seemingly unbearable, but each wave of pain brings you closer to birthing your highest self. The suffering isn't random. It's purposeful, transformative, and ultimately healing. Just as a mother forgets the intensity of labor pain once holding her newborn, you'll one day look back at this period with profound gratitude for how it shaped you. What makes this transformation particularly magical is its completeness. The sharp, desperate yearning gradually morphs into a peaceful knowing. The obsessive thoughts about your twin become quiet wisdom. The burning need for physical union transforms into a serene understanding of your eternal soul connection. You grow physically, emotionally, spiritually. You fight, you run, you cry, you feel, you learn, you grow. And in the end, you heal as a stronger, more resilient, spiritual tough guy. Known, the intensity you're experiencing isn't meant to break you. It's designed to break you open into your most magnificent expression. You're not just healing, you're evolving into a higher form of consciousness. The light at the end of the tunnel isn't just about the pain ending. It's about understanding that what you thought was torture was actually a sophisticated divine training program. When you finally reach that place of peaceful knowing, you'll understand that every step of the journey, even the most painful ones, was absolutely necessary for your soul's evolution. Think of it like climbing Mount Everest. Yes, it's grueling, challenging, and at times seems impossible. But when you reach the summit, the perspective you gain makes every step worthwhile. From that height, you can see the perfect divine orchestration of your journey. The torture transforms into your testimony. Your pain becomes your power, and your struggles become your strength. Trust in this sacred truth. You're not just surviving this journey, you're being prepared for something extraordinary. The light isn't just at the end of the tunnel. It's growing stronger within you with every step you take. Remember, dear soul warriors, this journey isn't meant to break you. It's designed to make you unbreakable. The twin flame torture ends when you realize it was never torture at all, but rather an intense training program for your soul's highest evolution. Keep going, keep growing, and keep glowing. Your future self will thank you for persevering through this divine transformation. So yes, the torture does end, but perhaps not in the way you expect. It transforms into something far more precious: wisdom, strength, and an unshakable connection with both yourself and your twin that transcends physical reality.